What's up, YouTube? So I was over in Philly picking up tips for that 2021 Mustang, and they actually let me go into their inventory and pick what I need. So I come back up and I put my stuff on the counter, and the guy walks in with a fistful of money and says, "We'll take that starter." And then the guy says, "Do you have the core with you?" And he says, "No." He's like, "Well, you got to pay the core until you bring the core back and we'll give you your money." So the guy starts saying this is all the money he's got. He's just started getting on Social Security. He's only got a few checks. He's talking a bunch of shit. And as I'm standing there, I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with what's going on in that man's business? He said, "Do you have the core?" No. Then there's a core charge. And I feel like it's the same shit that I deal with in my shop. Oh, how much is an oil change? It's $60 plus tax and shop supplies if we charge shop supplies. Well, what do you mean plus tax? How much is it with tax? How much is the shop supplies? Like, I get there's people out there who are struggling, right? But you come into this business establishment choosing to do business with that place. It's their way. This is how they do business. Your choice was to go someplace else and conduct business someplace else. But anybody who's selling you a remanufactured part, there is a core. There is a core on batteries. There is a core on catalytic converters. But then for him to just keep saying all this different shit, he kept trying and making excuses on why he didn't have the core money and why he doesn't have the core money, and then we'll bring the core back. We can't trust you for that. These manufacturers are going to charge us for the core, no different than a caliper core. And I said, if I knew this is what my business was going to be like, I definitely would have never chosen it. I would have never chosen it. The challenges that you have to deal with certain demographics and areas of the world. And then the other salesman's like, hey man, come over here. And he's trying to explain to him, why that there's a core charge. And that guy didn't give a fuck what neither one of them were saying. He didn't want to hear, he did not want to pay, he did not want to give up the core value for that starter. And then he wound up walking out. So one salesman, another salesman. So the one salesman didn't take the time to try and reason with the guy, and he shouldn't have to. And then another salesman took over and tried to buffer the situation and be more explanatory to the guy. But that didn't fix fucking nothing. You weren't getting another fucking dime out of that guy. He said, "I'm going to go take my business someplace else." Good luck with that. Because AutoZone's going to do it. Advance is going to do it. Unless you're buying a brand new one, which is double the price, which if you're asking for a reman, if you're getting a reman, you can't cover the core charge on a reman. You're definitely not going to cover the cost on a new one with no core. It just makes me nauseous as I stare at empty bays.